And it's the Gladiators who will get the first offence of the game. Jones all the way to the basket, throws it up and gets the kind roll. Tied to a piece.
Lesser contested than it will be tonight. I think the Gladiators will look to go full court for most of the game here and try and put some pressure on the ball.
And Duku spins to the basket and gets the score.
Step back from Ethan Wright. He gets that to go.
Ethan Wright for three. And Duku to Bledson. Ragsdale on his back, gets a bit of space, steps back from behind the arc for three, knocks it down. And the Riders are back in front.
I was mesmerised by the ball movement from the Gladiators. I can't say that I know exactly what it was for.
Johnson finds space, gets to the basket, does it with ease. Hands out to Malcolm. They almost find Delpeche, but Martin gets his hands in there to disrupt, and he is able to handle the ball really well. Look at him going, spins, lays in. Nice finish from Nate Martin. Evie round the screen. He goes into traffic, loses the ball, but keeps it alive. Bourman Raffet knocks down the three. They fight Bourman Raffet, and he will not turn down the three ball. Menzies gathers a loose ball. It's an open shooter for Evie. And that one goes. Back to right. Gladiators did have two open looks there. Quick pass out to Bryant. High arcing shot from Malcolm. Over Menzies and knocks down the three to make it a 1 point game. And the Gladiators have wasted a lot of clock there. But Wright tries to step through. Gathers the ball. And one for Ethan Wright. Evie and Duku tried to find Menzies. Doesn't get it to go. Crosses over, looks for space, steps back. Knocks down the three. Spielman just giving him too much respect on the space. As Jones looks to get to the basket, up and under, throws it up there. Delpeche cleaning things up. But Holland picks up the loose ball. He steps through once again, looks for help, finds Wright, who gets past. Bourman Raffet changes hands in the air. That's so impressive from Ethan Wright. Evie with the space to open up. Cross-court back. Keely Johnson for three. Knocks it down. Lead back to 9.
Great ball movement from the Riders for the referees to call it.
Menzies has 11 rebounds in this game. Ragsdale from a long two. Knocks it down. Bledson up against him. Crosses him over. Dances to the basket. What a great defensive play from Bledson. Xavier Bledson just getting the left hand in there. What a pass as Riders go coast to coast. A lot of clock used up. Brian finds Spielman. Somehow dances baseline, gets his own rebound. Gets to the basket, shows frustration. Bledson gets in the air. Good pressure from the Gladiators, but nobody gathers the rebound. Joyner, and one tough mate at the basket.
And then you turn around and foul him.
Ragsdale looking to drive inside, gets Joyner in the air, and that's an easy two for Ragsdale. Only his 4th point of the game. The Gladiators showing zone. Zone really shortens there, but it's out to... knocks it down, does Joyner. Too much space once again from Spielman. And Jones trying to push the tempo. Ragsdale, catch, shoot. Doesn't get it go. Malcolm battling with Bourman Raffet for the board. And Jones gets it to go.
Tough finish.
LJ Bryan now, Akinsiku doing such a good job of bodying up. Bodies in the air, but Spielman for three. That one goes for the Gladiators. Back to the Bourman Raffet right battle. Space comes open. No fouls, he looks for contact. And Jones paces down the floor, he looks to beat Joyner. And one! Uses the handoff to Ethan Wright, up and under. It doesn't go. Patient play, Spielman somehow gets the ball to go. Doesn't get the dunk. Here at PlaySport, Johnson puts the ball on the floor, but Holland rips it from him.
And that's why he's back on the floor. He can get his hand on things, get steals and turn the ball the other way.
Brian Jr. steps through. Lots of contact. Riders bench up in arms about it. Johnson now pulls up from the three. No, fires into Menzies. Foul. And one. Bledson under pressure, but gets it to Bourman Raffet. Dances to the basket under pressure. Blocked out of bounds. 2:20 on the game clock. Jones up and under, ties the game.
That is a tough finish from Jones. What a play from Ethan Wright. Undersized as a guard, and he just stays straight up. He jumps out and up at Menzies. It's Dwayne Jones Jr. to the hoop. What a finish.
With the ball, finds Johnson. Playing a lot more off ball this quarter. Drives baseline. They converge on him. He overcooks but gets his own rebound. And one.
Yeah, and they're going to burn as much clock as they can to get an open look here.
Johnson used to use his body to get to back. What a handle! Menzies slams it home. Still a lot of game here to be played. He makes the second one and Coach Bunyan calls timeout. Spielman, and they get the ball in just in time to beat the 5. It's with Ethan Wright. He steps back, high arcing 3 ball, and it goes! Ethan Wright for 3. And Coach Rob Paternoster uses his timeout.
Holland, he's chasing round the floor as Ethan Wright comes to relieve.
Can he beat the clock? He's going to go right to the end. He's dancing with Jones. Forces the shot. Doesn't go. Gladiators have the ball. And we go to overtime here at PlaySport. Ethan Wright gets it eventually to Brian Jr. He's in against Menzies. He goes to his left, fades away. And he gets the first point of overtime. Wright hands off to Brian Jr. Skips in, passes back out. Wright, what a pass back inside. Looks for a moment on. Whoa, Johnson hits the floor. Up and under from LJ Brian Jr. Doing a really good support role for his team today. Bledson finds Flynn Boardman Raffet. He battles in, he spins to his right, gets right in there. What a tough move. He does, and Coach Bunyan calls timeout. Inbounding the ball, they get it into Jones. Round the screen from Delpeche, they feed it in, it's going to be open. Slams it home, but it's not enough to take the game. They go full court press. Need to make sure they don't foul before the ball's in play. We've seen that in this matchup before. They get it in. They don't take the foul. Jones has to foul. Push that advantage up further. He makes the first. Can he push it to a 3-point game? 6.3 on the clock. He misses it. Gladiators have a chance. Will they take the win, or will we have more Piers for the win? Ethan Wright in and out, and it doesn't go. The Leicester Riders win on the road. A massive win.